Shit. Hello everyone, what is going on? I am the jack of all trades with a foul mouth, Commodore Urban. Some of you know me by my name Alan, Commodore Alan Urban. There we go, let's just go with that. And this is going to be a very special video for you guys. You probably noticed I got two things behind me. An item from the 1950s and something from the late 90s. And the reason why I got it there is because I want to tell you guys how I got interested in ocean liners and how I got interested with the Titanic, and my love from the Titanic went to the United States. And before I begin, I just want to say hello to all of my fans and all of my subscribers and all my viewers. How you guys doing? I hope you guys are enjoying the videos I'm putting out. I do this fucking shit for you guys. Like I said before, and I'll say it probably every time, I don't do this shit for myself. Because if I was going to, I'm not a fucking narcissist. I don't watch these videos at all. When I post them and shit, I don't fucking watch them. But before I begin though, I was talking to my friend, to my good friend Jerry Borghead, and I think he caught the bug. I think he caught the bug. I think the United States, I think he's gotten under her spell, because he's bought 2 model kits, he's bought a cup, an ashtray, a bar of soap, now he's bought a bunch of other stuff. There's menus, deck plans, postcards, and some other memorabilia. I know, Jerry. You're smitten with her too now, ain't you? You caught the bug. And I'm guessing you probably caught it from me. Because that's all I do. I collect that United States stuff left and right. But I did look at the pictures. I'm sorry I haven't got back with you. Just like I said, I've been busy as shit. But anyway, my interest in ocean liners. Where the fuck did it come from? Well, I'll explain it. I would have to say it started probably 1998. That would have been a year after James Cameron's blockbuster movie Titanic came out to theaters. And of course, you know, when it came out to VHS, everybody and their fucking relatives were buying it. You couldn't find it nowhere. And I remember at a time when my mother was still alive, it was my Aunt Estelle, which was her sister, you know, her sister and my aunt. She brought a copy of the movie over, and she said to my mother, who of course her name's Renelle, she said, sis, you've got to watch this movie. It is absolutely amazing. Of course, you know, my mom did watch it, but I watched it too. And see, in 1997, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98. I was 7 years old. And this is a PG-13 movie. Yeah, you can kind of get the picture. And yes, I do remember seeing Kate drawing Leo drawing Kate nude. I didn't really understand what that was all about. And I also remember the part now where the two of them, you know, fuck each other, and Billy Carter, Renault, see Kate's hand hitting the fucking window. Also, a little bit of information. A little bit of a FYI, you know, for your information about me or whatever. I think I would fuck Kate Winslet. Yes, that's something that's been kind of a fetish, or you know, something that I would personally would do. I would love to fuck the shit out of Kate Winslet. She's a beautiful woman, and yeah, she's British. And of course, you know, she's a redhead, and I like redheads. So yeah, I'd fuck shit out of her. But anyway, get away from my nasty, perverted, sexual shit, fantasies about fucking, you know, Miss Winslet, and back to the thing at hand. I seen the movie. Of course, what really struck me was the ship. I just thought, wow, that's awesome. And of course, that's how I got interested in the Titanic. At the age of 8. I started reading books and stuff about the Titanic, and a book my teacher gave me, Mrs. Anna Johnson was her name. I still remember her name. She was a teacher at Van Buren intermediate school in Plainfield, Indiana. She gave me a book, which I still own, and it was 882 and a half amazing answers to your questions about the Titanic. I read that book cover to cover in a day. I was hooked. And two other books that I read that I loved, of course, Titanic and Illustrated History, and Walter Lord's A Night to Remember. Now, of course, I was hooked, and then once I found out there was other ocean liners, I was like, holy shit. This was probably about when I was about, I would say about 10, maybe 10 or 11. It was 11 because it was a little after my mother had died, and I was really trying to find stuff to really bide my time with, because they say, find a hobby, get your mind off shit, which it hardly worked, but it did do one good thing. I did find out about an ocean liner, and that's when I discovered, at that time, around that time, I discovered John Maxton Graham's books, and this is the one I discovered. And in the book, I can tell you right now, the chapter 14, Columbia the Gem, and it talks about the SS United States. And I will read this to you, because you just have to listen to this. This is perfect. Even at rest, the ship seemed to strain at the leash. There was a raked clipper stem and a hull that seemed as glassy smooth as an almost complete absence of rivets could make it. She still had rivets. But she was welded. Her funnels, the largest ever installed on any boat deck, had not only a purposeful rake, but a massive no-nonsense strength about them. She looked like a champion. All along the sweep of her 990 feet, Gibbs had created a mid-20th century throwback to the aesthetics of the German racers that had defied the British 50 years earlier. There wasn't an ounce of super-flourish flesh on her, only a lean frame that hinted strongly at the blue riband. And the picture that I remembered seeing, one of the first pictures I've ever saw of her, one of them, was this one, of her charging through the seas on her sea trials off the Virginian coast. And I was like, oh my God, what is this ship? I was like, she is gorgeous, absolutely fucking gorgeous. As a 11, 12-year-old boy, I saw this, I fell in love with it. I was like, oh my gosh, this is something different, something totally unique. And so I did research. I found books that had everything about her in it, and I read those books, and somewhere I saw online she was still afloat. Like, oh my God, she was still afloat. So I was thinking, I read that she had been laid up and stuff and was out of service, so I figured, they had done what they did with the legendary, the Queen Mary, and turned her into a hotel in California. Well, I would say this was probably, I was probably about 12. I just recently turned 12 when I found this website, and it was a blog, and this guy had a link to his website for pictures, because he actually was kayaking, and he took pictures of the ship, and I was expecting a beautiful, pristine, restored ship, and the pictures I saw, it was the opposite. She was stripped, she was rusting, she had paint peeling, and it was so heartbreaking. I cried. I will admit to you, I cried after I saw those pictures. I laid my head down by the keyboard of the computer, and I cried for about half an hour, 45 minutes. And I remember my dad saying, why are you crying, son? And I said, my ship has been, she's been assaulted. He said, what do you mean? And I explained to him and stuff, and he was like, well, son, things don't stay the way they are forever. But then when I read more and more into what happened to her, the layout, the ideas of restoring her as a cruise ship, the 1984 Guernsey's auction that stripped everything out of the ship and was sold on the block. I mean, I just thought to myself, how callous are fucking people? And just fucking think about this, guys. This nation that we live in, America, the United States, the nation that gave birth to this amazing, incredible ocean liner that was named after our country for fucking sake. We're letting her sit in a pier at Philadelphia, a cargo pier, just tied up, rusting, decaying away while we preserve the pride of Britain, the Queen Mary. We preserve the Queen Mary for God's sake. I'm not mad. Don't say that we should have. Don't be getting mad at me saying, oh, but the Queen Mary should have been saved. Well, yeah. I'm not mad the Queen Mary was saved. The Queen Mary was a perfect candidate, but so was the United States. The United States is our ship. We preserved a fucking British ship. We preserved we preserved the rival. That was the United States' rival, and we preserved her as a floating monument. Now, why the hell couldn't we do that with our own ship? Our own beautiful North Atlantic champion. 17 years of service. 1952 and 1969. 17 years of unfaltered service. And that's the thanks that we give her. Oh, we're gonna lay you out, we're gonna strip you, we're gonna just let you sit and rust. But I'm so glad that the United States Conservancy, thank God for the Conservancy and RXR Realty, they're in the agreement of getting her restored. So it's finally time to get her in her rightful place amongst the small circle of preserved ocean liners. There's not many of them in the world, guys. We need to keep her around and put her in that circle because she is worth saving. I know it sounds like I'm a spokesperson for the Conservancy, but I'm just telling you that's how I got interested in ocean liners, because the movie Titanic, and it led to other ships, and then of course I found out about the United States. But I didn't know nothing about collecting ocean liner stuff until I was in high school when I met my good friend, an ocean liner collector, Russ Willoughby, and he showed me. He explained to me. He said, "Oh yeah, you can find this stuff online." And then I didn't know, because I thought a lot of the shit ended up in museums, but no, there's a lot of it in private hands. That's how I expanded my collection the way I did. And one, of course, this piece back here was one that my mother had bought me years ago. See, that's the thing, she's pretty awesome. She sees this stuff online, and she's like, yeah, I think you'll like that. And of course, the picture behind me, my friend Russ gave that to me. And that there's actually, I have 2 VHS copies of that fucking movie. I have a DVD copy too, but I want to get the big giant collector's set. That's like 2, 3, like 4 discs, and like the bonus features and all this other shit. But yeah, there you have it, guys. That's how the Commodore became interested in the ocean liners. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions or comments, leave them in the comment section below, and I'll get back with you. And if you're not joined the Commodore's crew, hit that fucking subscribe button, hit the damn notification bell, become a member of the Commodore's crew, never miss a video of mine ever again. So until next time, it's Commodore Urban saying have smooth seas and clear skies. Happy sailing with all of you. God bless you. Stay healthy, stay happy, stay safe, stay awesome, and just be yourselves. If anybody tells you any different, tell them fuck off. And one more thing, fuck Joe Biden. He's an asshole. So there you go. Till next time, so long, everyone. Take care.